Hi guys, I was not expecting that one to pop up as a live. Not yet. I'm trying to fix my phone so it doesn't fall. Okay, whew. So let's chat today about pooping, vital function, and why we do these challenges. Specifically, not necessarily the challenge, but specifically why gut health is so crucial and how our mind and our emotions are connected. So this quarter's 5-day challenge is all about resetting yourself, right? Recentering, getting a reset, getting a restart, getting a rejuvenation, kick-started. 5 days is not enough time to do a full-on healing. You actually need a lot more time than that. But there's several things that can happen within that 5-day stretch. Your skin can start to clear up, your energy. Before you see anything, before anybody in this world sees anything happening, including you, because you will be the last person to see the improvement, you're gonna feel it. It's not necessarily something that you are gonna look at and go, I look like such a complete different person. I look like I'm 10 years old again. That's not gonna happen. You might feel like you're 10, 20 years younger. And that's what we're going for. If you're gonna feel younger, feeling more energetic, feeling more energized, feeling more youthful, for lack of a better word right now, helps you know that your subconscious and your conscious are now lining up. And as my description states, you should not only be pooping once or twice a week. That is the number one thing I hear from so many of my clients is they think it's normal to poop once or twice a week. If that. It actually is not. You should be pooping at least once to twice a day. If you're not doing so, we need to talk about fiber, we need to talk about hydration, and emotions and mindset. Our well-being is really wrapped up in our brain. Our gut and our brain are so intertwined. We've got our main brain, and then we've got our gut, which is our second brain. It's all intertwined. And when you're really looking at the basics of gut health and starting at a place of healing where you feel things might not be all that healthy, but you're not realizing and maybe haven't realized the components that you can change that will help fix everything else and help recuperate, rejuvenate everything else. It's good to hear this information. Sometimes truth hurts, and it just is what it is. When you eat things, your body has to digest it, metabolize it, and figure out what to do with it. Is it going to fuel your body? Vital functions, fun functions, emotions, mood? Is it going to get thrown into your lymphatic system? Is it going to get sent down to your kidneys, your bladder, your elimination system? And if it is, are you going to be able to move it out? If something has been deemed trash or harmful, it's got to go. It's that simple. Your body doesn't stop to think about the feelings of the chocolate cake you just ate. It doesn't stop to think about that bag of chips. It just says, this, we don't know what this is. It's got to go. Okay? And well, we probably should do that in other areas of life. We're not talking about that today. Today, we're just talking about your stomach. We're talking about your gut health. Specifically because when you're considering going into the 5-day challenge, it is important to understand why you're doing this. If you know your why, then it's much easier to figure out a goal. And with any challenge, with anything that you do, you want some sort of an outcome. What do you want to happen in those 5 days? Realistically, what do you want to see happen in 5 days? Well, in this case, movement can happen. It's part of the reason I chose today to talk about how pooping once or twice a week is not normal. And yes, I know, I talk poop, I hear poop. It's part of being a holistic nutritionist and a holistic health practitioner is this is a topic we talk about a lot. And if you have worked with me recently, you've had to take a picture of it. It gives me so much insight. And I know it's probably gross to hear about, right? But think about this. What comes out indicates what your body didn't want to have. The texture, the dexterity, the denseness, or lack thereof, all tell me how hydrated you are, how much fiber you're intaking, and what state your body is actually in. And that's before we even talk testing. So there's value in this discussion. So hopefully I have not turned you off so far, but if you're still here with me, let's talk about this for a minute. Shall we? So if you know that something makes you sick, and then later in the week you realize it's been a couple days, you're feeling very constipated, and you feel like you have this watermelon in your belly, right? It's a lot of empty space. You're bloated to the nth degree, and you feel like you could explode, or, not really sure. Those are all indicators that your body is reacting to something that you ate. And sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't tell what that is. I had a beer recently, a Shiner, and I haven't really responded to beer. I mean, I have if I have too much, so it just keeps me in the minimal consumption category, right? So I had a beer recently, and it was a fruit beer. So there's a lot of wheat in there, right? Within several sips, I start sneezing. And I swear it was like someone was pumping air into my stomach. It was very easy in that moment in time to figure out what was causing that reaction because I had just had it and then the response started. It was very easy. It's not always that easy. So one of the things I can tell you is if you're experiencing things like this, it's crucial, or not crucial, let's find a better word. It's powerful to have a food log, and here's why. Your brain lies to you. Our brains lie to us all the time. Never fails. It sees what it wants to see to protect itself. Well, if you put things in black and white, and write it down, or in my case, pink and white, or purple and white, depending on the color of your pen, it's very hard to lie to yourself. So if you are experiencing bloating, if you're experiencing constipation, diarrhea, gassiness, acne on your skin, your body hurts, and you're just feeling ick, even when you feel like you shouldn't feel like ick, then something's up and it's time to do a food and symptom log. And here's what that means, because I am very big on reconnecting with your body and partnering, getting your conscious and your subconscious to partner again and work together. Because if you're in pain and you're dealing with any of these issues that we've been talking about, you're no longer working in sync with your body and in partnership with your body. Now it's a struggle and it's a power struggle, and nobody has time for that. Even in corporate world, nobody has time for that. So taking a food and symptom log looks like this. You are gonna write down what you ate. Don't care about amounts, write down the foods that you ate, the ingredients, okay? And then write down how you felt before, after, and then keep track of your symptoms. If you find that an hour afterwards you get all sniffly, write it down. When you're trying to figure out how to listen to your body and you're trying to interpret the signals that your body is sending, it's important to understand what those signals actually are and how they're connected to the food that you're consuming. If you're fueling your body with certain things and you're responding in certain ways, harmful or helpful, let's say you have a sandwich and an hour later you feel like you have the energy of a 10-year-old, you're happy, more so than you were before you had the sandwich, then there's something there. So it's not always negative, sometimes it's positive, but you want to write these things down so that you can figure out what it is that's causing your body to feel sluggish, to feel sick and tired of being sick and tired. Anybody else sick and tired of hearing that phrase? Yeah, me too. But it's an easy explanation, right? So when you want to understand gut health as it relates to you, you need to figure out what's actually happening, because you can't fix this whole poop situation, the gas, the skin issues, the bloating, the feeling sick, feeling like you can't get off the couch, not having energy to do anything as simple as just go and get yourself a glass of water. None of those things can be fixed until you figure out what your body is actually saying to you. And lab testing does a lot. Please don't get me wrong. Lab testing does do a lot to help us figure those things out. But you know your body. You know your body best because you live in it. So rather than allowing your brain to try and trick you and lie to you, write things down. Keep an ingredient and symptom log. Especially if you're experiencing anything that we've talked about, because come Monday, what that means is your meal plan for the week can be modified and adjusted to accommodate those things. The things that you determine, the things that you find out just in the next 3 days, because all we need is 3 good days. So start today. Do your food and symptom log. If you need to, send it to me, text it to me. I will send you my cell phone number. Happily, I will give you my cell phone number and you can text it to me. I will pull it together for you in one concise document so that when you go shopping this weekend with your meal guide and your challenge guide, you know what things you need to be careful with. And you know what modifications you'll need to do. The foods that you'll need to swap out so that you're not triggering a response. Instead, you're hitting that reset button and you're hitting the rejuvenation and you're allowing your body to start healing versus sending it into more of a response and more of a reaction. The whole purpose to this and any challenge that you do this month, or any month for that matter, is not to send you deeper into the hole. It's to help you dig out of it. So start with your food and your symptom log. Let's figure out what's happening, okay? If elimination is an issue, and I'm being very PC with that word, but if elimination is an issue, put that into your symptom log as well. Things like dry hair, dry skin. Your eyes aren't as white as usual. Your nails feel like they have ridges or they're not growing as fast. You're sluggish. You're grumpy when 5 minutes ago you were fine. Those are all symptoms that are signs and they're things that your body is trying to communicate to you with. So let's get a hold of it so that when you start that 5-day challenge on Monday, it really is the best step forward you could possibly take. If you don't know what I'm talking about, click on the link inside the comments and head over to our website. There, all the details are there for the 5-day challenge. It happens inside of our community. This is for the ladies only, but fellas, don't worry. If you guys want to participate, I'm happy to share the challenge details with you so that you can participate, but the community in and of itself, for the safety and the comfort level of the women that are inside of there, is only women. Just how it is. So if this sounds intriguing to you, if you need to chat, talk it out, or want to have any of your questions answered, reach out. And as I mentioned, if you want to just send me text messages of your food and symptom log, DM me, I'll give you my cell phone number. Okay? This is all about helping you heal. As I mentioned yesterday, our goal this year is abundance. We want to help as many people as absolutely possible, and it starts with our challenge this month. So, 5 days, let's figure out what's happening this week so that when we step into that workshop on Monday morning, or you start with your breakfast and your morning herbal tea, you hit the ground running and your body is ready. It is saying, yes, please, let's do this. Let's do this. So you ready? Let's do this. The link will be down below. I will see you guys soon. Happy to answer questions. Happy to hop on a call and have a little chat. Figure out if this is for you. All right. I will chat with you guys later. Happy Tuesday.